Wick. He is a man, the legend. He's a man of focus, full commitment, and sheer will. A little thing, a little, a lot of people know about. Yes, John Wick. Wick, Wick, Wick. He thought he could retire, but his wife died. He thought he could live with her forever and in peace. She got sick. Yes. Unfortunately, she died, like I said. Like I said. He couldn't live in peace because the son of Vigo, Tarasov, has killed the dog, the present of Helen, and took also his car. He took his dog and his car. John thought he was retired, but he came back for revenge. Yes, revenge. Well, Vigo, like Vigo said to his son, it's not because I'm angry what you did, but who you did to. It was. He did it to John Wick, an old associate from Vigo. Vigo. John did an impossible task for the Tarasov mafia boss family. Yes, yes. He eliminated the enemies of the Tarasov family. The bodies were the foundation of the empire of Vigo's Tarasov. Yes, the empire. Yeah. John Wick was actually free, but now he came back for revenge. Yes, John Wick. Well, Baba Yaga. Not exactly the Baba Yaga. He was the one you hired to send down to hunt the Baba Yaga. Kill the Baba Yaga. Like I said, John Wick is a man of focus, commitment, and sheer will. Little thing you know about. No, Joseph, you can do nothing. Because you can't do nothing. Yes, he will come after you. John Wick. Vigo said, I saw him once in a bar. He killed 3 men with just a simple pencil. 3 men with a pencil. Just with a simple pencil. Yes. He will come after you. You can simply do nothing. Joseph was convinced he could finish his task to finish John. Vigo said, what did I say to you? I explained. Yes, but you don't understand. John is a man of focus, full commitment and sheer will. And simply you can't do nothing because he's the legend. The legend will finish everything Well, he was the one who was not started because he thought to rest in peace, live happily with Helen. Plans have changed. Plans have changed to chase after Joseph. Joseph harmed this we call John Wick the Sigma Mill. Yes, never start a war with the Sigma Mill. Yes, exactly. John. Let's back to the game. Yeah. So John went to the club, and everyone thought, "Hey, John, you're back." Is John back? No, he's actually not back. But well, you're back in the club, so people assumed he was back. He saw Winston. Winston, a very good friend of John. Yes, Jonathan. Jonathan. Well, like Winston always does, let's have a drink. Sit down. But he gave a tip. Yes. So, nice. Where does Joseph hang? Yes. He got a paper with lipstick of a woman. Said, okay, go to the red circle. Yes. It was like this. Red circle. Yes. And, wow. John went to the circle. He saw Joseph drinking champagne with his friends. Party, yeah, with the ghouls. And, yeah, the guard said to Joseph, yo, he grabbed his champagne, said, I'm here to protect you. I'm not babysitting all the drunk guy. Joseph was not entertained, not amused. He said to one of his friends, grab me a bottle. Grab me a bottle. Whoa, John. John was already inside the club. Killed all the bodyguards, all the guards. He eliminated the guards, and he saw Joseph. And Joseph ran naked through the club. To escape, of course. Well, John, they tried to fight Johnny, guys. But he managed to escape Joseph. Yeah, Joseph managed to escape. He was very lucky. And yes, John later that day went to a warehouse where the stash of money of Vigo Tarasov was stacked, evidence and other stuff was important. Yeah. Also the money. Money was not the most important, but mostly the evidence where he got from his enemies and other people where he needed to control. Yes, where he controlled the people. Vigo is the real alpha male and John Wick is the real Sigma. Well, that's the difference. Yes, and you see the John set his warehouse with this money and all this stuff afire. And John Wick was really enjoyed the show. And to be honest, it was the beginning of hurting Vigo. Yes, he wanted a sting, give him the sting that Vigo, you're messing with the wrong person. Yes, your son did it and I want to finish it. Yet, okay, then of course Vigo was very mad, so he decided to hire, so put a contract on John. Yeah, money to eliminate John. And there was a good friend of John. I forgot his name. I think he was not from Spider-Man, the father of Harry Osborn. But anyway, There was a friend of John. He visited, Hugo visited him. He said, "Are you ready to eliminate John?" But this man is a sniper, and actually, he saved John 2 times. He saved John 2 times. Last time he saved John from being hanged up by the guards of Vigo. Well, then he was already confronted Vigo like, I escaped. Tell me where your son is. I want to know where your son. Give me your son. Yeah, give me your son and everything will be over. Yeah. Well, yeah, Vigo actually gave his son, and he gave the whereabouts of the staying of his son, and John, of course, fight the guards, finish the job, and also finish Joseph. Yeah, a fast story. But in the end, the fight with John and Vigo had like, let's fight like real men. Let's fight like men. Okay. First I thought, okay, they're fighting with a fist. Vigo pulled his knife, stabbed John over here. But yes, John pulled the knife out and put on his neck. Neck of Vigo, pop. And Vigo just lay down, and the battle was actually over. How John found Vigo, it was the tip of Winston, because the helicopter that was full with, how do you say, yes, with what it needed to let the helicopter fly. So Vigo actually decided to go, fly away from the problem, because he is messed up, So Vigo had to go away, but now Vigo ended on the ground, sitting, and he said to John, "Farewell. We're seeing each other. We seeing each other." Yeah, Vigo and John. Yeah, that works. John finished his mission. Well, he finished Joseph and Vigo Tarasov and his branch. But in the next chapter, you see not the whole Tarasov family is gone. It's still the brother, though. The story for now. Yes, and don't forget, no business on continental grounds. Okay, bye.